Hello, so this is me, Hurricane Dave, and I haven't made live in a long time, and it's so weird, so awkward, and let me know if y'all can hear me. I know one of my friend called Tablet is here, so if you got any questions, let me know. Um, I will do have somebody that can help me stream. All right, sounds good. Can you hear me loud and clear, or? Oh boy, I haven't streamed in a long time. So, shall we start talking about the snowstorm, or what do you want to do? Okay, good. Give me a second. All right. Just have to do something. Up to me. Okay, so we're gonna wait for not sure if you know who's Odin. He's gonna help me stream today. So uh okay, so for now I'm gonna show you what's going on in Texas. So give me a second. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, so it won't stream anymore. That's weird. Uh I mean, maybe if I can show you something in Tropical Tibbets, maybe that'll work. I don't know why it's not working. And it has to be like the first stream, so especially it's lagging, so maybe that'll work. Okay, so look at all those golf upper moisture, whatever you call it, moisture. Um that's one of the main reason why the Gulf Coast ain't getting no snow, just like how last year they definitely got snow from a snowstorm, right? This time it's pretty much dangerous because it's gonna be forming ice, and that's not gonna be a good thing to hear. Let's see. Things right now aren't looking good because it's gonna get worse later, especially on Texas right now. They're getting sleets, but they're gonna be more sleets later on. So, so this is Texas right now, according to the forecast model. Definitely getting some mixed precipitation with sleets and already Kansas, Oklahoma, northern part of Texas and Colorado, or maybe some part of Nebraska are already getting snow as this cold mass air keeps, dipping on this. And the reason why this happens because first off, with the cold air and plus the Gulf moisture, it's gonna help to produce storms, right? But not, storms that's gonna be very severe. It's gonna be a storm more like that's gonna produce showers. But it won't be anything too bad for the South. For example, South Louisiana, but it would be bad once those temperatures starts to drop even more. So that's gonna be a bad thing. And right now, as the model still shows that the next few hours is gonna get more intense. Like it's gonna explosively intensify or get larger and to become a more stronger. Look at all of these snow and sleets and these mixed precipitation. Like the temperature are very cold. I can just let me see if I can just show it up here. Uh, it's right here. No, not the good key right here. I don't know where's it at. But look at that. Not sure if you can see that. Look at that mass pushing in. It's gonna be very cold. I bet that these northern region are in the negatives right now. Especially with Minneapolis and Minnesota. It's bad. I bet it's very cold out there. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. Okay. Do you know how to do StreamYard or no? Let me just close this real quick. Uh I don't know how I can take this off. Okay. Well, right now I'm gonna show you Radar Omega for now. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Okay. So far, as we can see in Radar Omega, the National Weather Service has issued a winter mesoscale discussion, which not a very good thing. It's dangerous, especially these interaction with these masses here. Let's see what it says. Concerning winter mixed precipitation, and it will continue the portion of southwestern and west central Texas through the next several hours, which is going to last for several hours on the southwestern and west central Texas. And it says discussion that surface observation across southwestern Texas into west central Texas are showing a variety of wintry precipitation, showing from light snow into panhandle to a mix of sleet or freezing rain closer to the I-20 corridor. Around like 12 says that let's see. It's gonna have a lower pressure. It's gonna be very it's gonna produce a lot of snow if this continues to show, which is not gonna be a good thing for like Arkansas region or Oklahoma. Because Oklahoma City are already getting snow. Not sure if you can see that. They're probably getting heavy snow right now. Do you want to be in StreamYard? If you do, I can probably just add you in. Okay, let me just send you the link on Discord. Give me a second. Uh, you know what? Let me close this real quick. Okay, so let me just put you on stage right here. Hold up. I don't know where it is at. Okay. Uh, look at Discord. I'm gonna let you get in the stage. And then later I will show you how to share. Just for right now, I have to do this and that. Okay, there you go. Probably had to you right now. Okay. Hi, tablet.
Yo, is my mic working? Let's see.
Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my camera off so it's better. And I'm gonna get my headphones in so it doesn't echo, because I don't want it echoing.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
I don't know if they're charged. Yeah, I think they're charged. Alright, hold on. Alright. Is that better?
Okay, I can hear you perfectly fine. Okay, so do you know any of what's going on with the snow and the wintry mix that's going on?
Yeah, pretty much in like the middle of it, because I live in Minnesota.
Right.
It's pretty
I kind of
pretty
yeah. You can
Also,
continue.
I'd like to point out I got school just cut off for today. It's so cold. It was like the wind chill was like -40 or something.
Right. Yeah. My school is gonna be cut off for Monday because it's gonna be like near zero. So
Damn.
yeah, it's. I bet it's freezing like where you at right now.
It is. I can't even go outside without getting frostbite in the next minute.
Right. Yeah. Um, I heard some news about like exploding trees. I'm not sure if you heard that.
I haven't. I
It
haven't
it
honestly. You can go.
it was near your region, like like the northern region. Like you know how like when the temperature, like let's say for example at 60, and it just drop, all the way to freezing point. It's gonna cause the tree to crack up. It's gonna make
Oh
like
yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah.
That would
That
probably be possible. It'd probably not be. It would probably be really insanely cold.
I mean for right. I'm not sure if you can see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so let me show you. This is like right now, right? You can
Yeah.
see these cold masses, right? It's very
Yep.
cold and all that. Um, but once we, look at that, it's gonna go to the south,
Yeah.
and that's not gonna be good,
Because it's gonna hit directly on like you, because you live in Homa.
right? Yeah, on
So,
Louisiana.
and
Yep,
I live in Minneapolis.
right. Yeah, and now that's gonna transition, because the Gulf Moist is battling with these, cold masses, and I'm not sure if you can see that. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
look at the Gulf.
Yeah, there's gonna be a ton of like storms. If you look right there, like at that frame, look right there, like right next to Houston, like where it separates from cold and like warm.
Yeah, look at that. It
You
forms
see,
like
it's
a line.
so yeah, it's insane. We're gonna see a squall. We possibly could see some squall lines form. There's some chances.
There's some chances, but we're gonna observe this well because like
You still have to observe it, yeah. And
it's
look in Mexico. There's one kind of like it's not like a squall line or anything, because it's not like an entire cold front. Well, it is actually, but like
yeah, but
I'm trying to find.
here's what I'm also looking at. I'm not sure if you have seen this. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's seen this, but so like what I said, you see that there's sleets, mixed precipitation, and thunderstorm.
Yeah, when I was looking at your screen, I saw the one that you saw
Yeah. Okay,
on.
but here's gonna be one of the concerning though. Let's say the past, let's say Sunday. Look how this is gonna be looking like.
That's literally like a squall line practically, and then there's just a band of snow on the other side.
And literally it's gonna be like over an inch of ice. That's like,
Yeah, in the middle, that's like full sleet.
yeah, that's pretty much
There's
dangerous.
there's sleet and frozen, aka ice.
Yeah. And it's a perfect condition when it's a cold temperature and it just rains like that because of the Gulf moisture.
Yep, because it's all going in, and then they're just all having a clash. If you wanted to say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see that. Like it's a perfect example. Look at that.
Yeah,
Starting
that's.
from yeah.
Let me change my
And
profile.
look at that. So it's gonna go out, right? Like definitely the eastern US are gonna get snow for sure.
Yeah, you might get snow too. You probably will. There's a
I'm not
chance.
I'm not gonna get snow, is what I'm gonna say. But here's the concerning though. When we go to the next few hours, look at this. Another one comes up. But this time
Just
it's
four.
more to the south. I don't
Yeah, you
think
might that then you might get snow.
it really depends on the Gulf moisture as well. Because sometimes when that really kicks in, it's gonna produce like what's doing right now, like on the Arkansas or northern region of Louisiana. But I don't think it would be that devastating like right now because it's producing like massive sleets right now. I bet it's over an inch already of ice.
Most likely is.
Look at that. And then another one's gonna come up, but that's gonna be weird. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can see that.
I do that. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty.
Interesting.
You
Look
could
at
say that
that.
too. Oh
Oh my god. How many look at
my
how many
god, yo! Wait, that's actually pretty insane.
that right there, my friend, is gonna be a heavy snow.
Yep, 100%.
Oh my god. I never see anything like this. I mean I know like the moisture is like clashing with, the cold air, but like something like this, I never
And then it's
seen this.
all right next to and you could see all of like just the rain is off the coast,
Right, yeah.
or the snow, and the snow is more inward because obviously the water is way more warmer than the actual land temperature, air temperature on the land.
Yeah, this is gonna be oh, this is definitely gonna be heavy snow. Wow.
Yeah, look at like zoom in a little bit right there.
Look at that.
Yeah, you see that? That's actually insane. You could see there's a bunch of red.
Yeah,
It's gonna
and
be a ton of ice, ton of sleet, ton of snow.
uh okay, I would say sleet, but I wouldn't say that it would like right now, like it's producing too much sleet. So I wouldn't think it would be a situation where like it's gonna have too much sleet, but rather than snow, if you understand.
Yeah. To be fair though, I haven't really gotten any snow. Like at my house, I haven't really got any snow. It's honestly just insanely cold air that's rushing in from like the Canadian regions.
Yeah, it's That's what I thought at first.
It's just pretty much what you call the Arctic blast. It's just
Yeah, Arctic
yeah,
blast.
pretty much.
Yeah, but then the more south it gets, the more it interacts with those Gulf.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna produce a lot of snow. Like what happened last year on I'm not sure if you remember the snowstorm I had from last year. That was crazy. That was a snowstorm right there, my guy.
I remember this one insane blizzard I had at my house back at my old house. It was insane. That was honestly insane.
Yeah, I literally got a foot of snow. That
Yeah,
was
same. I
insane.
did. And then when I was talking about it, I got like few feet of snow.
Right. It's yeah, and I believe that'll be like, all after that. Well, oh my god, it's gonna happen again, but
Yeah.
it really depends because since it's a GFS model, it's a fantasy world, and well, sometimes it might be true, other times it
To
might
be
not be.
fair, the GFS does kind of overcomplicate everything,
It
but
it
you never
does.
know. You honestly do never know.
Yeah. You see, look at this. I want you to take a look of this. Look at
I'm
this.
looking at.
Okay, give me a second. Let me go to. Okay, well that doesn't work. Okay. Hmm. Well, I can't sadly. Um, but look at this. Maybe you can see this. You can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see that. Do
Look.
you see that giant blast? Giant low pressure system. Just goes straight through the northern U.S. Like the east, like mostly though, it is mostly the eastern northern U.S. It's
Yeah, and then
the
these,
northeastern part is what it's getting at.
yeah, and these low
Really.
pressure system are definitely gonna help produce more snow, and just gonna be thrown to the east coast. I'm not sure if you can see
And
the
you can
east.
see if you see the fronts, you can see
Yep.
the front lines. Yep, you
Yep.
see. If they're all curving down, that's like part of the jet stream.
Yep.
And then you
If
can
there's
see the cold air and hot air clashing to make that snow over there.
Yeah, look at that. When it comes to
Yeah.
low pressure system like this, it's definitely gonna help produce snow like that because
And
it's the
it's going and it pretty much if you see it's just riding the coast.
right. Yeah, you can look.
It just comes off the coast and it kind of rides it a little bit.
Yeah,
If it
for
was like
example,
a storm, kind of like Dorian, but it wasn't actually Dorian, like it's just a snowstorm, then it would do some pretty good damage. I'm not gonna lie, because it would grind the coast over and over.
yeah, it's gonna become 963 millibars.
That's for a literal extratropical cyclone. That's pretty
And
damn
look at
good.
that. The next frame, look at that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but look at that. Heavy snow. It's probably gonna throw up to
It's gonna produce some pretty heavy snow.
it will.
Yeah, because you can see that's like go down to the legend real quick. It's gonna
Sure.
go probably around like
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
6. You're gonna get around 6.
Wow. That's insane. My opinion. Okay,
That
now
is
let's see the
cinches.
hmm, I want to see the temperature real quick. Temperature anomaly.
The temperature is insane, dude.
No, it's okay, the storm that we were looking at, like on the side of the east coast. Look at that. That's what you're talking about. Those look how far it's
Yeah,
look at that.
it's going all the way down there. And then you see there's like a kind of like a warm blast that like takes a little bit of effect up north. You'd probably get lesser temperatures than me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you
No,
are actually.
look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, you are because I'm not even in that. It's not. Let's see, how much like -4, and
I
you're gonna
would
hit
say
the negative
16.
12s,
No,
negative
I'm gonna
16,
yeah, look,
negative 16 probably. Yeah, negative 16.
that's wow. I would say like on this like the mid, this region are definitely gonna be like in the negatives 28. Look at that.
The anomaly is insane.
Yeah,
Because this is not the exact temperature. This is just the anomaly. I just wanted to point that out there for the stream.
yeah, and plus people like Louisiana, like for example me, right? They panic, when these cold temperature happens, because like you're most used to it because of the Arctic blast and all that stuff. Because majority of times, or sometimes, when Arctic blast, makes its way, try to go to, like, let's say for the south, right? It might not even reach to the south. It might, just produce snow, on the mid US, right? But like when it comes to, like, what's happening right now, it's something different.
Yeah, mostly though the reason they're all getting pushed back is due to just the Gulf
Right.
moisture. And it can't really get past that type of line in the central US.
Right. Yeah.
But sometimes there's exceptions like this where right now it's happening. Because sometimes that barrier can kind of be broken. Like what's going on right now with all of this snow.
Just want to mess with something here. Hold on.
Honestly, the worst part about all of this is probably either the temperature or the
Right.
snow.
Let me see.
There's gonna be a ton of rain and stuff. Or not rain. Like ice. You're gonna see a ton of ice being formed.
Yep. So this is humidity right now.
Yeah, you see there's like a giant blast. If you see like right up top, yeah, you see that blast.
Yep.
Blast of
Yeah.
humidity.
Look at that. Yep.
That's that's pretty much like the middle of the snow right there by Michigan. Or not Michigan, what am I saying?
Right. Yeah. It's lots of things are gonna happen. Let's see. Okay, we don't got to worry about that. Okay, so now let's go to Radar Omega and let's see what is going on, like in real life right now, real time, obviously. So let me just close this and then let me just. And if you want to share something, you can.
Yeah, I was gonna share something when
Oh,
I
well, you can.
find
You
something
can.
really good. Yeah, when I find something like good, and then I'm looking at your screen on my iPad right now,
Yep. Okay, now let's
so I
talk
can still
about.
see your screen.
So right here, let's say, because the northern Texas are already getting, winter
Yeah,
remix.
those are some mesoscale discussions. Those are pretty bad, honestly.
That
Those are
is
pretty
bad.
bad.
I
Pretty
started
bad.
reading that at first. And by the way, if there's anybody that, let's say, are taking route at I-20, it's gonna be a very bad idea, since the road is gonna be very icy. I wouldn't recommend driving, because
Yeah,
it's
I
terrible.
wouldn't. It would be pretty bad. I was gonna get like food, like fast food,
Right.
but like I was like, I didn't want to go.
No, it's a good idea you didn't win,
Yeah,
because
I
it's
didn't. I
very
just didn't
bad.
want to go. Especially like up because I have like a ton of ice already that has been formed.
Right. Yeah. Oklahoma City already getting snow. Bombarded with snow. Look at that. Um,
Ooh.
I wonder. I can
Oklahoma.
see some storm chasers, whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
there's some storm chasers chasing it. It doesn't really have that much of like the probability of like any tornado supercell activity.
no, there wouldn't be any for a fact, and
Yeah,
I can
there
promise
wouldn't really
that.
there wouldn't be anything.
Yep.
It's because the only reason is because it's just not the right shape at all. It's just not the right
Right.
time.
If it's if it has a bunch amount of moisture coming from the Gulf and a big air mat, it's gonna be a problem right there. I don't think that would be just a regular rainy storm. That would definitely be storms with tornadoes.
Yep. And plus this just doesn't have like the right
It doesn't have
structure.
it
It
doesn't
doesn't
have
have the right structure.
ingredients to produce all of that.
Yeah. The structure is just
Now,
not well.
Fort Worth, Texas. I'm not sure if you know where that is,
I
which is.
do. I've seen yes, yeah.
I think they're about to get okay. I think they're going through winter remix. or you should say sleet. Um, they did got rain, and once the cold temperature drops even more, it's gonna freeze. That's a bad thing. It's not gonna be good at all. Cause just imagine how long it would take, for all these ice to melt. Probably a few days, right?
Yeah, and then it's gonna make driving impossible. Not impossible, but
Not
pretty
hazard.
a little bit harder
Yeah.
for a
Um,
couple days.
but for right now, if we're talking about Louisiana, um, they're getting rain right now.
Have you seen
So
snow yet this year or no?
no, sadly I don't. Maybe next year, I don't know. But I'm not sure if this is a glitch or not. Hold up. Okay, yeah.
Those might just be radar stations.
Arkansas already getting snow.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yep. Yeah, and it's still intensifying. That's the thing. So we don't have to just pay attention to the one that are getting snow because later on it's gonna produce almost like a squall line with ice and sleets with wintry mix, and that's not gonna be a good thing because
And then on the bottom part, and I'll like point out, I don't want to interrupt you, obviously, so you can keep going.
sure, right, yeah, right here at the bottom part, yeah. Circle that
The
out.
yeah, the bottom part I would like to point out. That's gonna see tons of rain, not like hail or anything, but some rain. I'll tell you that. And then the northern part's gonna get that all bunch of snow. And then the middle is probably gonna get a ton of sleet.
Yeah, and right now the problem, I'm not focusing how much rain or whatever snow, but the problem is that it's gonna be a slow moving one, which
And
is
it's gonna
it's
be
yeah. I'm
and it's
sorry.
gonna be also at the same time. It's gonna be strengthening too while it goes this slow. It's pretty slow for a normal storm this type of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be slow. Um, Once this intensifies, it's probably gonna produce lines of sleets, and that's gonna push forward all the way to Louisiana. I might get just rain, but I might get some sleets. But if we're talking about the northern part of Louisiana or Arkansas, they're definitely see a dramatic amount of ice or snow. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't focus on snow, but ice would be a dangerous part on this situation right now because with that, I don't think you can drive anymore.
Especially with this thing still strengthening.
Yeah. Um.
It's getting stronger and stronger and
No,
stronger.
no, it is getting stronger. Not sure if I can go to MRMS. Okay.
I'm trying to get Radar Omega right now on my PC.
Yeah.
I got
I kind of see why they put mesoscale discussion because they're.
it's pretty. It's yeah. Well, you can keep
But
going. You keep going.
I'm expecting that they're gonna put more on the south, like probably on. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I would say on this region because like what you just said, like what you pointed out, it's gonna be intensifying, and that's gonna produce more rain and more sleet. So I think for today and tonight, the only part or cities that Texan has to worry about is right here because I wouldn't think right here is a problem. But once that intensify, it's gonna get larger, which it's definitely gonna be a problem right there.
Yeah, because it's gonna keep getting larger and larger, and it's kind of like gonna just keep stacking up on the spots it's already hit.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Now let's give me a second. Just go to National Weather Service real quick. I'm not sure if they have said anything. I'm not sure if they're gonna add a new mesoscale discussion. Let's see. But they do have a lot of warnings ongoing right now, especially where I'm at. So far, they have ice storm warning. I bet you know what that is right now, right?
Yep. I've got those. millions of times.
Yeah, they say total snow and sleet accumulation up to 1 inch, which it's like 1 inch of ice. I bet that's heavy. That gotta be heavy. And it's a problem though.
But
When that happens and those like rainwater freezes or sleets, they're gonna have power outage.
yeah, it says
They're gonna have power. And let me see. I'm just gonna share the screen on this one. Hold up. Uh, but if you do find anything on Twitter, let me know. Or not Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, right? Let me
yeah.
know so that you know. Right. Okay. So yeah, like what it says, National Weather Service also put that power outage and tree damage are likely due to ice, which
Yeah, the ice.
traveled could be nearly impossible. Okay, give me a second. You can talk to give me like a minute, all right?
Alright,
You can talk about like what's gonna happen later. So hold up, I'm gonna be back.
alright. We're looking at pretty strong. Okay, if you see right here, let me just show you this. I can't actually. Hold up. I actually don't know how to do that. Okay, but anyways, if you're living in the Oklahoma area right now, you're getting snow, rain, and that type of stuff. And then it's gonna move towards the east, become even bigger, strengthen even more, and then it's gonna just leave right off the coast while doing a ton of damage. It's gonna go, and then it's gonna be right after that. Right after that, there's gonna be another one, another mini one after. This is pretty strong. So I do indeed recommend that you look at radar/news, and you'll see what you could do to protect yourself from this storm.
Right. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, you can continue. Sorry.
Well, that was the end of my speech, anyways.
Okay. Yeah, but they say okay. So a portion of southeast Texas. So they're definitely gonna get significant icing expected. Um, they say total ice accumulation between 2/10 and 1/2 of an inch, and sleet accumulation less than a half of an inch, which is, I know it may not seem too much, but when that lands to a power line, oh boy, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. I was talking about how to like protect yourself from this storm. Watch the news.
And if any of y'all want to report road conditions, call 511.
Yep.
They can take care of that. Stay safe. You can call 511 if there's any like icy road condition and they haven't put a warning, because they need to know that. Otherwise, things will get more dangerous. They have heavy freezing spray warning. I'm not sure. I don't even know why this exists. Spray warning.
Why is it? What even is that?
Spray. I believe it's spray. It's kind of funny how they use spray, but it's almost like Blizzard. But
It's
except
kind of like salt, pretty much.
right.
I'd expect it to be similar to salt or what salt does.
Yep. Winter storm warning, high wind warning. I'm not sure where that's at. That's probably from Alaska. I can see that. Um yeah, I mean too much, lots of things.
Yeah, and if you don't, and then obviously if you're watching this right now, we are in the United States. If you just didn't know for some reason, but that's fine. It's okay. All
So
good.
right.
And if you want to report road conditions, as you said, call 511. Because like people need to know. Like they need to know. that this is happening.
Yeah, they definitely need to know. Um, yeah, I mean, lots of warnings. I mean, Arkansas is full of warning, especially on Texas, like basically everywhere in the South,
Yeah, pretty much the entire South.
right?
Well, not like mostly the central South though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mainly the central South because that's where it's going to produce a lot of snow and sleet. Meanwhile, the
Yeah,
South is going to get, lots of rain. But later on, the problem is I know it's going to rain, but it's going to freeze later on, which is going to be bad for road condition.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I think people right now what they should do if they're like in these warnings because they do have a day to prepare for this if like if they're Louisiana or Mississippi because if the temperature drops, I don't think you can use um water from your sink because it's gonna be frozen. The pipes are gonna and it might burst. The pipes might burst.
There is a chance of that too. Exactly how you talked about like the trees.
It goes the same with pipes because of
Yep,
pressure. It goes the same thing.
concentration. But I gotta verify my Apple ID real quick. Give me a second.
I got you. Okay, guys. So just some thunderstorm, no tornado activity, which definitely, but
And then, as I see on your screen, there's not gonna be much of severe activity though.
right. Just some slow moving storms.
Snow is the main concern though.
Yeah, snow is a main concern. Let's see the mesoscale discussion that they issued. I'm not sure when they issued that. Um, yeah, mixed frozen precipitation to continue over the next several hours, which is on the northern part of Texas. That also includes of Midland, Texas, Snyder, Haskell, Crowell, Vernon, Matador, Lubbock, Post, Sweetwater, Sterling City, Abilene, Graham, and Fort Worth, Texas. They're gonna have this the next few hours.
Yep. It's gonna be situation, predicaments.
Yeah, right now they're getting sleet.
And then right now Oklahoma City, they're kind of getting rain.
They're kind of getting rain
They're
and
getting rain
snow.
and yeah, they're getting just a mix. They're getting a winter mix, if you want to say that.
Yeah, it's just a mess. It's what I can say. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
just wintry mix.
Yep. Let's see. Forecast surrounding along the south of the Red River, along the north of I I-20 continues to show a pronounced warm nose around the 850 through 700 millibar during much of the evening into tomorrow morning. This warmer air atop sub-freezing surface temperature will support a predominate precipitation type of most light to moderate sleet. So the more this warm air pushes, the more sleets is gonna produce, and that's gonna be bad. Which, like what you mentioned earlier, that it's intensifying. It's because of that warm air, that Gulf moisture,
Yep. It's
and it's gonna produce a deep layer of these, snow, sleets, rain. It's gonna be a mess.
if you live in the areas we talked about though,
It they they should just stay inside. I don't think you
yeah,
should be like
just
outside. First off, roads definitely gonna be slippery.
yeah, roads. I don't recommend going on
And if you just
roads.
go outside just normal clothes without a jacket, you're definitely gonna have a chance of getting frostbite and
Especially if
hypothermia.
you stay out there for
Yeah,
a pretty long time.
yeah. If
So
you,
if
yeah,
you are going outside for any reason, which you still shouldn't, it's not recommended, then you need proper snow gear.
yeah. If it's necessary to go outside,
Yeah.
yeah. They
If
say
you like
free.
need to go outside, which I don't think there's even like I don't think you even need to, honestly.
Yeah,
I think we should just stay indoors. Everyone should just stay indoors.
No, everyone should stay indoors for a fact. I think they
Yeah.
issued this mesoscale discussion 35, which was 10 minutes ago. They say freezing rain and sleet accumulation expected to begin in the coming hours. Which is definitely gonna be in Oklahoma, southeastern part of Oklahoma, southwestern part of Arkansas, I think northern part of Louisiana, and northeast part of Texas. Or we could just say that the border of these, 3 states are definitely gonna get
Yeah.
freezing rain and sleets. I don't think they will get snow, but like what you mentioned earlier, like what I said again, it's gonna intensify and it's gonna produce snow.
It's most likely going to be a ton of sleet.
Yeah, rather than snow.
That's one of the main concerns because you're going to get a ton of
Yeah,
sleet. A pretty good
don't
amount of sleep, though. Not like an insane amount, but like you're going to get a pretty good amount.
yeah, I don't see that they mention about snow. They only mention about, well, they concern about the winter mix precipitation. So
That's why I have the mesoscale
yeah,
discussion.
I think it's an updated one because it's from CST, which CST is that Eastern, right? That's Eastern time. Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'm just keeping on Eastern. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that National Weather Service is or NWS is concerned of is it's sleets and ice. That's the main concern. If it was a snowstorm, I wouldn't think it's that bad, but if it's like right now, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Because first off, power outage, second, road conditions are gonna be very bad, and especially if you have a plant outside, it's most likely gonna be dead by the next morning you wake up because
Yeah. So if you really need that plant, then I'd recommend putting it inside. But
yeah,
obviously, yes, you do need proper or not. What am I saying?
proper care or
Proper
just put
gear. Yeah.
something over, yeah, or just put something over it, like whatever, um I think most of the people should do something about the pipes, water pipes, because like what we mentioned earlier, right? The pressure is
That
gonna
the
like
pipes
it might
might
have a
burn.
chance to burst, and they might have to do something about it. Otherwise, the more ice is gonna, stay stuck inside, the more, has a chance to, burst. So
Underground pipes should be okay.
should be okay. But if we're talking about like that's exposed or near to exposed, or probably like let's say a gas pipe, just put something over it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave water running.
I don't think you should, because especially outside, because then you're
Right.
just gonna make the problem even worse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, things are looking nasty, and the problem is that it's gonna get much worse later on, which it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I
But
think this will do some damage.
that I'm gonna be honest with you, totally honest. This will produce damage. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot because of the ice and
And plus, when you talk about the trees possibly exploding,
yeah,
those could like fall on other houses and then do some damage to the houses. But you never know on what exactly happens until it actually happens.
yeah. Trees exploding. It's not like where it's like blow up like how bombs do. It's like something
It's
where
like they
like
keep expanding. It's like they just expand until they like break and then fall. It's not like
yeah,
just exploding.
or sometimes, which occasionally, rarely, might happen, is that it could just explode, and like how other people might think it will explode, it will explode in that way. So
Yep.
I definitely want to hear updated mesoscale discussion because I'm not sure because
Yeah, I
definitely
want to. When's the last one? When I just want to know when was the last
20
one?
20 minutes ago, which is the 36, and I'm not sure. This is the one that they were focusing on because of sleets. Not sleets, but mixed frozen precipitation on the northern part of Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're getting mixed precipitation, but the problem is that it's gonna get much worse later on. So I
due
don't.
to what we said earlier, it's gonna strengthen and it's gonna keep adding up on the spots.
Yeah, it's gonna keep adding on until like it starts lifting up back again because it's still going down. The cold air is still going down, and that's gonna be an issue. But the models the past few days ago, it it was not gonna be that bad on sleep wise, but like if we're talking about right now, it's bad because
Yeah,
it's unpredictable. Like to know like what the warm air or the warm Gulf moisture is gonna do with that cold air mass because sometimes it might be unpredictable that it might do something like what happened last year in Louisiana that just randomly snowed. It might be unpredictable, but this one right here, I'm glad it came in clutch because this was showing the past few days ago, and I'm glad that it did because I bet people are already prepared for this because of that model.
yeah.
Yeah, too much is happening, but nothing much right now. I'm gonna go to X right now to see if there's anything reported about, damages. Give me a second.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to buy Radar Omega. I know I have money on this credit card, but my freaking phone is like, "Oh, you don't have money, bro." So
I,
stupid.
I I get it,
It
bro. Like
really is
stupid
stupid.
Apple thing, whatever. Okay, it's 8. Uh, okay. I think they extended that mesoscale discussion all the way close to Mississippi, which is on South Arkansas. They're definitely gonna get what do you call it? Mixed precipitation and sleets. Actually, freezing rain, and
Yeah.
so it's gonna get much worse when it gets to Arkansas and Louisiana.
Only
No-
real concerns are in the Arkansas, Oklahoma, and parts of Texas area where we're seeing the mesoscale discussions. It's mostly in that type of region, though.
right. Okay, so the problem with these ice storms, it may sound deadly, right? But like, if you get like a better understanding, ahorita voy, Chencho. Wait, you can talk about it. Hold up.
Yeah. Hold up.
Okay, back. So sometimes with the ice, um, that builds up, and especially like winds, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely like gonna knock down power lines. Not like how hurricanes will do. Well,
Because
you know,
obviously it's not a hurricane.
yeah, yeah.
And it will.
But it's definitely gonna impact on power lines a lot. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't think like even an inch of ice, might affect this. But I feel like the next day, um, for Saturday, right? Tomorrow Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Like you know how you mentioned about like it's gonna grow more and more because of intensification. It, I think Dallas might get sleets for the next 2 days. Like I'm just gonna tell you that right now
Probably the
because it's gonna extend. It's not gonna get like wider, like up or down. It's gonna like get wider, like like South Carolina. It's gonna get sleets on Saturday, which is very crazy.
dude. If this payment method could add, that would be so nice. Okay, there we go. I want to see if it actually works, which it probably is not because this thing is so broken.
I think they might get over an inch of ice. I'm pretty concerned about that right now.
Yeah, that's probably one of the concerning parts about all of this is that the
So
ice is going to be really bad.
I'm gonna say this right now, but the most cities that or the highest chance that cities are gonna get power outage, I would say like around Dallas or like south of Arkansas and north.
Yeah.
They're they're definitely gonna get power outage because think about it, over zero point 0.5 inch of ice is too much, man. Well, right now I would say Texas are is already getting power outage from this. I would say minor power outage, but once this spread, it's gonna be a widespread power outage.
Yeah.
It's definitely now the time to for Texas and Louisiana to prepare right now. Otherwise, it's gonna get much worse.
For me, it's kind of already hit pretty much. It's probably not going to get
It's gonna
anything.
get worse. That's the thing. It's gonna like produce more sleets later on, which is not good.
To be fair, it is probably okay for the northern part.
I would say around Arkansas, I don't think like north part of Arkansas or Missouri have to worry about it because the only concern they have to be concerned is snow.
Yeah. That's one of the big concerns.
Snow. But if we're talking about like South Arkansas or like probably like between Arkansas or Texas and Louisiana, that's the area where they're gonna have a lot of power outage and sleets. And the road right now, I bet it's nasty right now.
It probably is.
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna be muted real quick. You could talk about like you know. Give me a second. Yeah. Right now, I would say it's a perfect time. People in Louisiana that is not getting rain, I think it's a perfect time to get whatever you need to get before you stay inside and shelter.
Yeah.
If you get like out like when it's like raining, uh, if it's gonna be raining, it's fine. But think about the temperature though. it's gonna produce even a tiny piece of ice that can form in the street. It might cause the car to slip. It's bad. That's how bad it is. Like just a tiny piece of ice, man, that can affect the
Yeah.
people driving. Yeah, I bet right now there are people like that's working on the highway, like the Interstate 20. I bet right now they're like closing on Louisiana and other part of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like they're on a closing phase, but I bet Texas is already closed because there's no way the highways are open because these people should already be in shelter or in hotel if they don't have a
One
place to sleep at.
one of the above.
Yeah, one of the above. I mean, they should be reading the weather alerts that they got issued in their phone because I do also have a warning in my phone, and you know what message gives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure if you want to know what happened last year, which I know Tablet knew for sure that it snowed in here, and I don't think. Well, one, it's the Arctic blast, right? But it was like a big storm, and I can just show you that. I can pull up the Wikipedia right now. Give me a second. Man, I can't believe it's like exactly 1 year away from that. And it even has its own title. They call it the 2025 Gulf Coast Blizzard. And it's a blizzard. It's not just an ordinary snowfall. It's a blizzard. You know what that is, right? You should
Yeah.
I bet you have already experienced blizzard.
I have.
Yeah, I'm not I never experienced that until like in 2025, right? Look at my screen real quick. 2025 Gulf Coast Blizzard. Um the pressure was low, 939 millibars and over a foot of snow, right?
Yeah.
And this caused 13 fatalities, $200 million in damages, and of course 77,000 or over power outages. Uh,
Yeah. It's
but
pretty bad.
here's the
I
thing
remember
about
that.
yeah. Sorry.
I remember that storm. I like obviously I wasn't in it. But like I was a little bit.
Yeah, and the problem with snow, I know snow, right? It's similar thing like ice, but like the problem is that when snow melts, it's gonna be an issue because when snow melts and that sticks to the ground or to the road, it's gonna produce ice. Like it's gonna become to ice, right? Like let's say it snowed that day, right? And the next day it got warm, like let's say over, the freezing temperature, right? But then at
Yeah.
night it gets back to the freezing temperature. It's gonna freeze like the road is gonna become ice. That's the problem with snow because when snow melts, it's gonna become ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. It's crazy. This one of the pictures that I it's look at that. Wow. It's beautiful. Like I never seen Louisiana that has like a white, biome, white snow. Like it's impossible, bro. Because most of the time when Louisiana gets snow, it's like, like 1 inch, for example, 1 inch of snow, right? But like
Yeah.
1 foot of snow is just rare. Like you gotta wait for another 100 years, man.
That's crazy.
No, that is crazy.
Like actually though, I guess.
Right. But I think right now we need to start, wrapping up because I think tomorrow we're gonna start streaming again because I bet tomorrow's gonna be the worst than
Of the
that it
storm.
might be today. Yep. Because like what you just said earlier, that's intensifying, right?
Yep.
It might be to a point where like it's gonna be over Louisiana.
There's a chance because a lot of the predictions were going like a little bit south than what like the main predictions say.
Yeah, yeah. Most of them are aiming for south, and if we compare that
And
to
you,
the models before, it, like if we compare that to the models before, right now they're like it's showing more to the south rather than north, and
yeah,
that's a huge like it might look like a small change, but in reality, it's a huge change because let's say for the past few days the model says, oh, it's gonna be like 100 miles away from you, but like the next day it's gonna be like on you, bro. That's like a huge change right there. Like think about it.
yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you need to say before we start wrapping things up here?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and say things at last. Texas are getting from the worst. They're having worse snowstorm, not snowstorm, ice storm, wintry mix,
Yeah.
and people in Louisiana, well, north part of Louisiana, uh, south part of Arkansas and Mississippi should already be prepared because this got to be one of the worst ice storm I've ever seen. 1 inch of ice, it's bad.
Starting, yeah, especially for starting off 2026.
Yeah, yeah, that's insane. But hopefully this doesn't happen next week because it's expecting to do the same thing, which hopefully it doesn't get much worse than
It's
what's
probably going to be pretty weaker though.
it might. Yeah, I think it might be weaker because
As I was expecting it to be weaker because that 2 times in a row just slamming the same spot.
it's the same spot. Yep, absolutely
Literally, it's pretty much the exact same spot. Yeah.
right. Okay, so make sure you guys stay off the roads. Do not even go anywhere out if you like in the region where like it's gonna predict to fall ice on, or sleets or wintry mix. If you're in those areas, if you got a warning or just a cold temperature warning, please do not go outside. You're gonna get frostbite, or if there's something important, then get a winter gear, whatever. It's for safety. And if we're talking about roads, please do not go out. It's terrible right now. So yeah. Uh, Tomorrow I think I'll be streaming again. Hopefully, if I do have time, maybe like at 7 again or at 5. We're gonna see what time we can, and then we can start off from now. But yeah, if there's any questions, ask me on Discord. I'm not sure who has Discord in here, but
If you
just
have
go on
Discord,
Discord.
then you could add us.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, right now just
I'm probably
stay off from roads, stay inside, stay indoors, and don't go outside. Please
we're
no.
gonna wrap up. So y'all have a good day. Stay off the roads.
Stay off the roads, and if like what we just said, if there's like something important that you have to do, then make sure you go with care. So
And then if you want to report some road conditions, if you see any, like if you're on the road for some reason, then just call 511.
yep, definitely. Okay, so I'm glad that I'm you know made a stream like the first stream this year, which I'm not used to making live stream because I haven't done too much. Especially it's been a long time I haven't done one, but my friend Tablet right here is gonna be one of the one that's gonna help me. So y- you can tell you what's your name and all that stuff, Tablet, so they can get know of you.
Anyways, yeah, if you want to just contact me, then I'm not gonna tell my Discord because I do kind of get spammed a lot. But I
Right.
will probably next stream if I
Next.
can, because we don't really have time right now. But
Play by
yeah,
chat.
my name's Tablet. If you want to call me Tablet, you could call me Tablet Gomez. You can call me Gomez. You can call me AJ. It's pretty much whatever you want.
Right. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do right now is I have to buy something before I have to take shelter. Not because of ice, because of cold temperature,
Yep.
which one of the importance I should have been doing right now. But hopefully you have a good night, and please be careful of this storm. And same goes to you, Tablet. Be careful of the cold temperature. It's bad
Yep.
out. All right. Well,
You
see you in
too.
the next stream tomorrow. Goodbye.
All right. See ya.